This is the Chronoscope raid on normal. We're going to run this one first because, yeah, there's a 3-day timer. And we can't have hirelings in this raid.
You have arrived at the
So I
Chronoscope
don't know if
excavation
we'll be
site.
able to run this one on.
Nelgan is here somewhere.
We may
But can
run
this
it way
place
over the
truly
level
help
for
her
hard
find her
and
brother?
for
Or is she
elite,
being
but I wanted to
deceived?
at least run it on normal. I thought with some of the changes we made, and if we fail, we'll just try it again next level.
Nelgan smiles at you and turns to speak to the others.
These adventurers are friends of my father's. We should begin the ritual to find my brother as soon as they're ready, Professor Tremas.
And the devils have damage reduction that requires good or silver. I have this cold iron holy weapon that we got off the auction house. So I was thinking of it more for the reverse in some of the quests, but I'm going to use it for this for now. The cold iron isn't doing much, but the holy should get around their damage reduction.
Professor Tremas gleefully turns to the nightmarish mind flayer. Caratrix, begin channeling Nelgan's thoughts into the Chronoscope. Now, Miss Nell, this is very important. Think back to the last time you saw your brother.
Yes, that was in Stormreach. He was performing at his favorite spot by the pawn exchange, the day the Devil Army attacked. The Devils overwhelmed us. People were panicking, trying to flee. And I lost sight of Nat. Oh, Nat, where did you go?
Nell and her companions vanished into a portal. Before you can follow, a green creature appears out of nowhere and sneers, "All right, boys. Tremas's orders are to kill the squid face and anyone else left here." With a blood-curdling scream, the last of Basdor's crew is dispatched. It appears Caratrix survived their attack. The Mind Flayer struggles to its feet.
So there's just a portal there we click through, and now we have to go.
Is this the
You can see this is
Stormreach
closed. We have to
marketplace?
go open this up.
You
And
hear the sounds of pillage and slaughter.
it's a raid, so it's a lot
The
harder
last
than
time
a quest.
Stormreach was attacked was the Devil Invasion.
But it's normal
a
difficulty,
mystical
so I thought
doorway
it was
floats
worth
against
trying.
the east wall of the tavern.
And we have to go in
Whoever
here and go to
created
this
it
dimension
may be
door
powerful
looking thing.
enough to help you find Nelgan. Down below you
Speak
is
to
the
him.
marketplace, now a war zone in the midst of a devil invasion. At the center is a huge red tent, but it is not the tent you remember. Something strange is happening there.
And if you ever do Kenneth crafting and want some flame touch weapons, you don't have to buy them from the auction house. You can get them here. Here's a flame touch greatsword. No quarterstaff, but at least a greatsword. So something to consider if, like for Kenneth crafting, you can go here to get blanks for flame touch. What flame touch does is it gives good automatically. So even if you don't have a good prefix or suffix, by having that flame touch weapon, it bypasses at least these devils' damage reduction. see these things have some regeneration with our DPS not being so good. It's actually taking place, but we can still get him down at normal. But we'll have to think about that for elite. So now I can get him with my sword. And here's this guy down on the ground. We are not going to do the optional. This is kind of a tough quest for us as it is. So even on normal. So we're going to just head right to the bank. Do this quest on, or do this. Just do the minimum needed to complete the quest, and fight things on the way that that harass us. So we have about 84 spell points left and 4 lay on hands. We got our wand. I'm going to go ahead and go in the bank and save the shrine.
High atop a platform in the bank lobby, tiefling armors nail metal plates directly onto a huge
In this
devil.
fight, we have to beat down this orthon called Bloodplate. But there's some armorers that come, and we have to get them first. Otherwise, they will heal up Bloodplate. So here's Bloodplate. And once he calls for his armors, we have to focus on the armors. There they are. So we need to focus on these guys. And if we don't get these armors down in time, then he heals back up to full. Alright, we got him. So now we can just focus on Bloodplate a little bit. He's taking some damage, and because we got the armors down, he won't re-heal. But we're getting a little low on spell points there, so that's a concern. But we'll have a little chance right there to rebuff. So I'm trying to save spell points by using the wand. So again, every time those armors come, we want to use this range power or melee power boost. And then let me grab my. I don't think there's any casters that came out, but I think there's probably casters. There we go. Alright, so get the armors first. Melee boost when the armors are here. Alright, 1 down, 2 down. Now get these casters. And then get focus on Bloodplate. About a third down now. Let's get this archer. Alright, quick quickly heal up with our wand. That's the reason we have the wand. Save on spell points.
I'll need replacements.
And we're doing okay, I think. Let's go ahead and get a haste boost going for this next fight. Alright, we got both armors together. Melee with your melee power boost. Alright, that's first priority. Caster second priority. And then blood plate and the other stuff the next priority. There he is. So he's about at half. And we haven't used very many spell points. We've been trying to heal up between fights with the wand, and that's been working pretty well. Alright, quick wand heal.
My armor, my smiths. I'll need replacements.
Alright, good. Sometimes you have to chase down those armors, and that's tougher. But they're coming right to us, that helps a lot. These casters, they go down pretty quick. And then we gotta find blood plate. There he is. He's at about a third. We're making pretty good progress. And we've used less than half of our spell points we had left going into this battle. Now, under a quarter. So now you can see he lost his armor, so he should go down even quicker now. Alright, so hopefully one more round we'll get it. Let's just go ahead and heal ourselves
My
up.
armor, my smiths. I'll need replacements.
These archers aren't doing much damage, so I'm kind of ignoring them, but I'll get them real quick here. Alright, so armor's our first priority always. Here they are, here they come. Melee power, haste boost, and everything at them. He'll heal up to full if we don't get these guys down, so that's why they're our priority. These guys hit hard. We got a little bit of time left on our... Alright, there's blood plate. Let's get these casters, they go down so quick. And let's get blood plate down. I think we can get him down this time. Alright, he's down, and sometimes he calls one more round.
Maggots, the mighty blood plate slumps to the floor. Before its death, the fiend chokes
so
out
somebody's
one final curse.
nailing me with arrows.
Stormreach will fall this day.
Let's figure out Let's figure out who's getting me with arrows. Alright, so we get a chest and a shrine. So we're going to take advantage of both. Alright, nothing too exciting here. Chance for named items in here. I believe there's like a great axe is one of the items. But, yeah, of course the drop rate's a little bit lower on normal.
There are Abishai in here, but strangely they do not attack. One of them sneers at you. That's
All
Nat
right.
Gan behind the
So
barrier. The
once
devils
we
appear
beat
to be
Blood Plate, we come
interrogating him
over
about
here.
something.
We talk to this guy.
The evil Tremus begins laying down his demands for Nelgan's life. You will go to the Bank of Kundarak, to their Lord's March branch just next door. There you must acquire the key to the Gan's deposit box. I don't care what you have to do to get it. Bring the key back to me, and Nelgan might, just might, live to grow into a dirty old woman. Just one more thing. You might run into a muscle-brained devil named Bloodplate. He's the aggressive type. Good luck, fools.
So I guess technically we could have done this before we did the other fight. Would have saved us a step back here. But we'll just go back, get the key, then come back here. And if we had Dimension Door from here, we can go right back to the beginning. But since we don't have it, we'll, no problem. We'll just run back. All right, let's clear everything here. What we don't want to do. Whoops. What we don't want is we don't want mobs to be outside here when we get out of the bank. If they are, we could always shrine the next door. We're not going to need that shrine again. We have a shrine by the beginning, and then we'll have a fight, and then after that fight, we have a shrine, then the end fight. So this mailbox is actually a chest. It doesn't have name loot in it, but might as well grab it. All right, let's go get the key.
You have the deposit box key.
Now back to the
return
tavern.
to the Phoenix Tavern and trade it for Nelgan's life.
Whenever possible, I'm going to use wands between fights to heal myself, since I don't have very many spell points. The wand actually does as much as my self-healing.
Tremus eagerly takes the key and unlocks the deposit box. At last I have it! The weapon that I travel back in time for! The sliver of time! Now to keep my bargain, I shall return Nelgan to you as a dying old woman! Ah, that's better. Now that I have stolen her youth for myself, I'm headed for the market tent, where I shall kill General Suleimani's with the sliver of time and become the new leader of the Devil Army!
Alright, so after he leaves, we can, whoops, we have to wait, I guess, a little bit here. Speak with her.
Clinging to the last threads of life, Nell wheezes
Then we could open
out.
up this chest.
My only hope is the 12. Leave me here and bring back help. Go, quickly, while I can still stay awake.
And if we had Dimension Door, or somebody in the party had Dimension Door, this would take us right back to the beginning, which is, which is a little bit closer to the fight, but more importantly, you don't have to fight any enemies to get there. And we may have to fight a few coming back. Be really careful coming out the door. Sometimes they might mob you. If you have Invis, you could just run Invis back, but we're going to kind of run back the same way we came and hope that, there's not too many mobs that came. Oh, there's some, but you don't want to run through too many mobs. You want to, as you encounter them, kill them. And the only ones that are really tough are the Abishai, which we can see one shadow of one circling above. They do fire damage, and they're hard to hit. We don't have very good range, and they regenerate. And then secondly, the Bearded Devil orange names have a lot of hit points. So now we'll go back to the Rusty Nail here. So you can see we have yet another shrine. Maybe it comes up after this, but or maybe it's only in higher difficulties. But normally there's a shrine in, oh, there it is, right there. There's shrines here. So wait, is that 2? Yeah, there's 2. Maybe that's only on normal. There's 2 shrines. So there are plenty of shrines in this place, if you know, to do all the optionals. But the one thing with the raid is even on normal, you can't re-enter.
Whatever the devils are doing
So
in the market tent is
um,
manifesting vortex winds. The
best.
sliver of time must be
But
destroyed
if
in
you do
order
these
to save
optionals,
Nell, but it's somewhere in the market tent. The here has opened up a secret way for you to
you
get
do
there
get
through
extra
the steam
chests.
tunnels.
But we're just kind of doing this for fun, anyways, to kind of you know, learn this raid, or you know, do this raid solo. Uh, so we're not really worried about the chests. On normal, the drop rates aren't so good, so not a big deal. At higher levels, you might do it to try and get some gear for next life. All right.
Only hours ago, Devil Legions moved through the steam tunnels in an
You can
attempt to
try to
flank
get
the
his
12.
attention.
At least some of them are still here.
There you go.
You see
Drag
a
him up
grotesque
here
Orthon captain
to
below,
minimize the number
sporting
of
a large
mobs.
repeating crossbow on his arm.
And he's trying to range us with his repeating crossbow. Throw a few things at him. And we'll make him come to us. Doesn't look like it's going to work. Let's clear these mobs, though. And once he's down and we clear this, we get another shrine. So we don't have to. We can be pretty generous with our heals. Use lay on hands here and get this archer who's pegging me. And that's a little annoying when he's going at range like that. But let's get these, clear all these guys. Alright, I'm gonna go back up here and see if I can draw him back and maybe wand heal. Oop, wrong wand. Alright, let's just clear all these guys. Alright, there he is down here, so let's jump on him. Lay on hands here. And he's going to teleport around. Let's see if we could find him. Alright, I'm going to do a little damage to him while I can. Ah, missed him. Alright, these spawns are annoying. It's good, quick we can take them down. This is a fight that favors ranged casting a little bit. There's not much, too much of that in the game, but there's a little bit. And this is certainly one of those spots where it certainly would be nice to be able to snipe at him. He's sniping at us. But you know, with the damage reduction, we're not going to be doing anything here. Alright, so now he's down, so let's give ourselves a speed boost and do what we can while he's down. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good because now I might aggro more mobs. As long as he doesn't run away, I'm okay with it. It's... once he's down, these guys go down very fast. There is blood plate. Let's see if we can't get blood plate. Let's get these guys. Alright, let's just take him down.
Collapses from your relentless blows. Now, somewhere in this sewer should be the portal to the market tent.
Alright, we'll just make sure. I think we've got everything. We don't really have to clean these guys up if there's any left up here that don't notice us. But, yeah, we definitely don't want to deal with a fight kind of after the fact. After we shrine. So let's open the chest. There can be named items in here. I'm going to go ahead and shrine. Just pull this to open the portal. And this guy throws a lot of curses. This could be pretty tough here, but I think he'll go down quicker than these other bosses we're fighting.
Tremus is attempting to summon the Devil General to this tent, but when he sees you, Tremus stops his incantations and fumes.
It's you again! What does it take to make you give up? My Abishai
We're going to
minions,
use our
come, destroy the mortal
potions
pests.
here. And you can see he's going to form there's going to be these Abishai that come and attack us, and they're going to form into one giant devil. Alright, so we have to beat these guys. Yeah. As we beat them down, they'll kind of walk away from the fight. Alright, now wand heal. What's going to make this end fight tough is some of the special attacks. We're going to get cursed. We're going to have to remove curse to heal ourselves. And then there's going to be waves of mobs as well. So I'm just going to renew these potions real quick. Plenty of expeditious retreats, so I'm going to go ahead and just get one of those renewed. And you can see they're going to conjoin here into one single enemy that sort of changes form. It's pretty cool, actually.
divine scream of 5 voices, the Abishai perish in a swirl of power. At almost the same moment,
All
you
right,
become
so
aware of something new.
definitely tougher than a
Hiding in the
regular
tent.
quest on normal for
A
sure, but
gigantic devil
certainly
now
something we can
stands
handle
next to
with this
Tremas.
build.
It stares disdainfully down at him and bellows,
Why do you summon me, Tiefling? Are you so eager to die?
"You're the one who will die when I use the sliver of time to drain your youth!" The sliver of time shattered? How?
Idiotic Tiefling. You cannot steal youth from one who is immortal.
No! Mercy, my Lord Sulamades!
I think I shall take you back to Shavarath and have you put to the question.
With Sulamadi's departure, the tent begins fluttering with a massive impulse
All right, we
of
just go
infernal
through this
energy.
portal here.
It may not be
This takes us
prudent to
back to the
remain here
beginning.
much longer.
And you just go back into this tavern. This is sort of similar to, or basically, this is the marketplace. This setting here, so you might recognize it from when we ran the Seal Shanticore and some other quests. All right, so then we just talk back to him.
The devil magics around the market tent have finally reached their peak. Whatever they are trying to do, it is happening now.
All right, no named items. That's kind of to be expected on normal. I'm going to go ahead and recall out. And we can get named items in our end reward list, so I'm going to show you those, see if we get anything good. I don't know if it's based on difficulty, the end reward list, or not. All right, let me hop on my horse. And the quest giver for this quest is near where the hirelings are in the marketplace, so we're just going to go. This is the way we go to get to the hirelings. And I usually just jump off this bridge to get to the hirelings. We just turn around from here, and there's the quest giver, Nolan Gann. So, Staff of Nat Gann, that's interesting. Dodge 2%, Dexterity +4, Sneak Attack +2, and Silver. So, you know, that's interesting. Boots of Tumbling, Charisma +2, Cloak. So, this is a robe that's more meant for a caster, Intelligence +3, and Conjuration Focus. So, we got 2 named items. I don't know if I'll keep it, but for now I'm going to take this because we don't have a silver item, and we might be able to use that silver quarterstaff, although I'm getting a little bit low on space. I'm just going to stick it down here for now, and I may eventually get rid of it. But for now, I'm just going to keep it. And so, one other thing to note with this guy, so you can't just retake the quest. It's on a 3-day timer. So in 3 days, we'll be able to run this quest again. So that is a Chronoscope raid on normal.